Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Yes, I'm back with another outdoor video for right now. So today I'm going to be talking about something very personal. I'm going to be talking about why I'm 20 years old and still in high school. I know it sounds crazy, and it used to be where when I would tell someone my age and they would kind of give me a look like, and I used to get really offended by that, but I've gotten used to it right now, so I don't care what you think. So the real reason as to how I ended up in the situation that I am in right now is that 4 years ago I moved to the US, and moving to a different school in the state of Mississippi. I'm not sure if it's Mississippi or just Biloxi that's like that. I'm really not sure. But at my school, went to meet with my counselor at my new school, and she straight up told me that, look, you have good grades, but that doesn't really matter here because you don't have credits to transfer. So basically the alternative that I was giving was that, hey, you could start over high school in America and finish out high school. That way you could go to college normally and do all that other stuff, or you could go get your GED. That was the only alternative that I was given, regardless of the fact that I was doing really well in school back home. I'm not a stupid person. I'm a really smart person, and but that had nothing to do with it. It was the fact that our grading system was different, so we don't have credits there. I don't think that made any sense to me, honestly, especially at first. I was so confused and I was really devastated. This has been like the hardest thing that I've ever been through, and I could have just dropped out and got my GED, but I was only 16 years old, and I was like, no, that's not an option for me, because I know that I can do well in school to the point where I don't have to pay for college. And if I were to drop out and get my GED and all that, that would make it very difficult to go to college for free. So I decided that, okay, I was going to go ahead and do the 4 years of high school, which has been very difficult. I'm going to say I'm in classes with kids, like some of my classes are with like juniors and sophomores, and I'm like, oh my God, these people are so immature. And I'm like, was I ever really like that? So it is really difficult for me to get by like that. I mean, like I said earlier, it's like when someone asks, how old are you? And then I'm like, I'm 20 years old. They look at me crazy. They're like, oh, in the back of their mind, I know what they're thinking. Oh, she must be slow. She must have repeated a grade or something. And I used to, like, as soon as I tell them my age, I'm like, this is what happened, and I try to explain the whole situation of what happened to me. But I've gotten to the point where I've like gotten so frustrated with it and so frustrated with explaining myself all the time that I just decided, you know, you're gonna think whatever you want to think about me. I actually do like being the underdog, because I feel like a lot of people just assume, based on I'm not sure if it's the way I look or what it is about me, they just assume I'm kind of basic, when I'm a very intellectual individual, and I just kind of like play with it. Like, I'm like, okay, I'll go ahead, you can assume whatever you want to assume about me. I don't mind like being the underdog. I don't mind being looked down on, because at the end of the day, I'm always on top when it comes on to my grades. I've always been on A honor roll. I've literally had straight A's since I've been here, 4.0 GPA, but people don't know that because they look at my age, and it's really hard, because especially right now, I'm at the point where I'm trying to decide what college I want to go to, stuff like that, and I'm filling out college applications and filling out scholarship applications actually. And when I fill them out, I have to put my age, and it's like, oh God, these people are gonna look at me, they're gonna look at my age, see that I'm 20, and look at my grade and be like, what the heck? So that part is very difficult, because I feel like I can't explain myself in every single situation. I don't have a way of explaining myself to these scholarship committees, and that makes it very difficult for me, because there's a lot of money that I could have gotten, but I can't because of how old I am. And it sucks, because it's not my fault that I was born in another country. It's not my fault that Biloxi's system is the way that it is, and it's set me back 2 years of my life. 2 years of my life have been, I don't want to say wasted, because I feel like I am in a better place than I would have been otherwise. If I had been placed in my correct grade, I feel like I would have been behind, but would have been trying to play catch up. But now I'm at this place where I'm so far ahead of everyone else. It's like the stuff we do in class is so trivial to me. But I mean, they were right. The school work is very different than what I did back home, and I do feel like if I had went on in my grade, I maybe wouldn't have been at the place that I am right now, educationally at least. So there were some upsides to it, but it is still very difficult to accept. It's finally happening though. In the next 2 months, I'll finally be graduating high school. The good thing though is that I've been taking college classes this whole time, so it's not like, oh, I'm just here kind of sitting around. I have been taking a lot of DC classes so that when I do get to college, whichever college I decide to go to, I'll already have some of my college credits done, so it's not like, you know, and I don't have to stay for the full day anymore because I am a senior now, so I got out of school very early. So I don't really feel as much as of a child, I guess, is the way I'm trying to put it. It does make my life very hard though in many ways, because like I feel like for my family especially, they forget how old I am and I still get treated like a kid because I'm in high school. And I understand that, but this is not something that I would wish on anyone else. It has helped me in some ways because I was not ready for high school. I'm not high school, college. I was not ready for college, not mentally ready at least. Like I was just, if I had been placed in my right grade, I feel like I would have really been struggling. Not necessarily with the schoolwork, but just with trying to figure out who I am and trying to fit in and all that other stuff. I was going through so many phases, but right now I've been through those, I guess, critical phases and having my blowouts and just messing up a lot. And now I'm at the point where I've kind of not had it all figured out, but at least like school-wise, I've got it down, you know, and I think that helps me a lot. So yeah, I just wanted to be honest with you guys about that because the graduation is coming up very soon and I am really excited about that, so I wanted to put that out there. So when you hear someone tell their story or say how old they are, it's important not to judge them based on that, because they could be in the same situation like I was. And I actually know a lot of people that went to my school, because there are a lot of Caribbean people that moved to Biloxi and they have been in the same situation as I was. And I'm not sure if it's just people from the Caribbean or is it people just that aren't American. I'm not sure exactly how they do it or what counts, and it really does suck because I feel like I was just judged solely based on, oh, our educational system is different, we're probably not doing as well in school, because it's not true. We might have a lower graduation rate, but the people that do graduate are highly educated. One of the ways that I choose to look at it, I choose to look at it as an opportunity for me to be ahead of everybody else and to be more mature than everybody else and to have things figured out. So I think that's all that I wanted to say to you guys about this. I know this isn't exactly the most interesting topic, but I just wanted to kind of put that out there for those who know how old I am, or for those of you who don't know how old I am and don't understand the situation, so that I can kind of have that explanation. And for anybody who's watching this who has to go through this also, or has anything like this happen, even if you were actually held back because of your I guess capabilities, do not let that hold you back. Take it as a opportunity to become better, because like I said, if I had went on to the right grade that I was supposed to be and then going into my senior year, I would have not been ready for the real world. Now I am. So you have to really just take the positive out of it, which is what I did, and which is what I hope a lot of other people can do. I really hope this never happens to anyone else, because it took a lot of strength. It was very hard for me. It took a lot of strength to continue and to persevere and to get through high school, but I did it, and I'm very proud of myself. And if you're struggling with school, just know that there are several people that don't have college degrees that are millionaires, and you can do it too. You don't need you don't need to be freaking Einstein to be amazing. So I just wanted to have a little inspirational moment. Thank you guys for watching, and I love you all. Make sure you don't forget to subscribe, and make sure you give this video a thumbs up, and leave any comments or just motivational things you'd like to say, or any questions that you have for me down below so that I can answer those. I'm really trying to, like, you know, do better with this YouTube thing. So goodbye.